Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me an opportunity to present an early understanding of some complex and delicate issues associated with what I do every day now. The title of my presentation today is Performing for the Imagined Citizens of Kuala Lumpur. The structure of the presentation is that I will first introduce some background information, the research questions, and then I present the ethnographic findings. And I will end this presentation by proposing an analysis of the issues emerging from this preliminary study. As of today, I have been hired by the Kuala Lumpur City Hall for a year now, as in the position as the head of music. I manage the 78-piece full-time orchestra, which performs regularly in and around Kuala Lumpur. I work together with the other 3 units, the culture unit, which has 35 full-time dancers and another 13 full-time traditional musicians, the tourism bureau, which promotes tourist spots and tourism activities in Kuala Lumpur, and the sports unit, which has 34 sports facilities in the city, including gyms, community halls, stadiums, football fields, and swimming pools. So including my music unit, these 4 main units formed the Department of Culture, Arts, Tourism, and Sports, comprising about 340 members of staff, about 3.5% of the total workforce of the City Hall. Why do I examine the repertoire of the Orchestra Kuala Lumpur? Only because the orchestra, it's probably one of the very few symphony orchestras in the world that does not perform the Western canon. I repeat, this orchestra has the conventional lineup of a Western orchestra, but it does not perform Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, or Bartok. Never. This orchestra performs popular music of the time, sometimes of the recent past, the so-called evergreen songs, and the orchestra management hires celebrity singers or entertainers to attract crowd to the free concerts held regularly. Before I continue to present the ethnography, I need to declare my research perspective, which invariably involve biases, the conflict of roles, and the lack of reliability. By which I mean, I have been a music lecturer with the National Arts Academy for 12 years, and also been performing and writing for the Broadcasting Orchestra for 16 years, before I secured my job with the Kuala Lumpur City Hall. The point here is that I have been an outsider in the City Hall, compared to some officers who have served the City Hall for 30 years. Therefore, as a researcher now, I would tend to be leaning towards a critical role as I look inwards. This is despite the fact that I am an insider now. On the other hand, the insider perspective provides first-hand data to the workings of the orchestra. I have access to data across the demographics of the stakeholders and an invaluable depth of the knowledge of this case study. Now, for the purpose of this study, I shall take concert Sayangi Wilayahku. This is the Concert Hari Wilayah 2020, which was held on the 1st of February as a case study. This is the concert that was held in conjunction with the Kuala Lumpur City Day. Aside from this public concert that is open to all and free of charge, other public activities celebrating the City Day include Kuala Lumpur City Day Run, Zumba sessions, motorcade parade, car-free morning over the weekend, angling competitions, children drawing and painting competitions, community cooking session, and Islamic prayer sessions. For this concert, we had hired the following celebrity artists to sing with the orchestra: Jamal Abdullah, Rafij, Masdo, Winnie Kok, Amin of the Spring, David Arumugam of Alicats, Aizat Amdan, Kaka, and Nana being the host of the concert. We had also hired traditional musicians who played the instruments of sape, erhu, sitar, and tabla for an instrumental piece that aims to include most of the musical traditions in Malaysia. Allow me to play for you a short home video that somehow would show you snippets of the orchestra and also of the carnival held earlier in the day.
Hari Wilayah Persekutuan 2020.
Menteri berucap lah. Kita dengar ajak.
Semangat positif dan keterpujaan menyambut Hari Wilayah Persekutuan dari semua warga kota di sini.
Oh,
In the interest of time, let's get into the discussion now. Why hire celebrity singers? Here, to understand what we are doing for the concert, I'd like to borrow the concept of celebrity marketing from the studies of popular culture and business marketing. Thereafter, I would transfer the ideas to the case study in hand. I ask, how does celebrity singers work for Orchestra Kuala Lumpur? Celebrity marketing is a form of advertising campaign or marketing strategy which uses a celebrity for his or her fame or social status to promote either a product, a brand or service, or to raise awareness about an issue. As early as 1760, the English fine chinaware producer Wedgwood uses royal endorsement as advertising. Today, successful celebrity marketing examples, including Michael Jordan and Nike, Britney Spears and Pepsi, the faces of Lancome, Rolex and Roger Federer, and the list goes on. Some of the advantages of celebrity marketing are celebrity endorsement can build brand equity. Number 2, celebrity endorsement uses celebrity image and status to promote a brand's recognition, recall, and differentiation. Of course, it introduces the brand to new and wider market. On the other hand, celebrity marketing is not without risk. The clear risks are, number 1, brand image can change if the celebrities cause themselves a bad name or reputation. Number 2, celebrities can overshadow the product. In this context, it means if the celebrity singers we hire for the concerts suffer from negative publicity, it would affect the name of the City Hall in various ways. And I argue the bigger risk is really point number 2 that I had mentioned earlier. That is, celebrities can overshadow the product. By which I mean, audience who attend our free concerts have come to see the celebrity singers, to immerse themselves in the halo of the celebrity and forgotten all about the orchestra, all about the music, and in a way, forgotten all about the City Hall. But wouldn't you ask me, why not? It is, after all, part of the function of music making or the role of the orchestra to entertain the audience. If celebrity singers can pull in a large number of crowd ready to be entertained, it is perceived that the orchestra has fulfilled the mandate. In other words, this orchestra show has been successful. Indeed, why do we have popular music and celebrity singers for a symphony orchestra? My immediate response is, why not? If we don't perform popular music of the day in Malaysia, most probably we will be performing Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, and Bartok, the usual repertoire of a symphony orchestra. How do we differentiate ourselves from hundreds of the other symphony orchestras in the world? Or indeed, just from the other 2 full-size symphony orchestras in Malaysia? In this context, I return to the owner of the orchestra, That is, what role does the City Hall play? And how does that affect the orchestra? Pointing to the popular music and celebrity singers, I argue that an orchestra that City Hall hires full-time serves the purpose of reaching out and engaging with the citizens of the city. By which I mean, if watching celebrity singers live is what the imagined citizens want, we shall provide it. Aha! I can hear you say, is that what the citizens want? Really? The answer is yes. Judging only by the attendance rate, I repeat, judging only by the attendance rate, we perceive that the citizens want celebrity singers to front the orchestra shows. I repeat, we understand that the citizens want celebrity singers to front the orchestra shows. In other words, the management of the orchestra has been carefully avoiding to produce any shows without celebrity singers. Quoting the words of my resident conductor and concert master, they would tell me, kalau tak ada artis, show tu tak jadi tu. Show tu macam no impact lah. So, what does all that mean? I argue the real question is, how do we strike a balance between meeting the market demand and staying close to the usual? And dare I say, exploring the potential of a city orchestra performing for the imagined citizens of Kuala Lumpur. Here, I argue that if we focus only in hiring celebrity singers for our shows and nothing more, we would subject ourselves to serving only a certain segment of the citizens in the city. This celebrity singer strategy should only be a means to an end, not the end itself. I argue that we shall explore other creative repertoire in the interest of the other segment of the citizens in the city. How about new traditional music, new Western classical music, including games music, animation and movie soundtrack, and perhaps even collaborations with other community ensembles, including workshops and performances and other programs. A city orchestra, by virtue of the fact that it is publicly funded, can explore further means of engagements in other music activities than concerts headlined by celebrity singers. Particularly, members of the orchestra can play a role as an active advocate for music education, music professions, music industry, and music economy. Future research questions shall include: what are the future roles of the City Hall Orchestra? How do we get to know more about the target audience? And what is the potential for different program development? How do we implement? That's all for today. I thank you.